Good morning. Well, I did a little video and talked about my pussy friends, and then I had to apologize to them, but they're used to me calling them pussies because they are. Oh, I'm smoking my Peterson, one of my little Dublins. This is one I've got I've got 3 or 4 of exactly this exact same pipe, and the reason I do is because it's one I like. It's a very nice size, and in it I am smoking Mississippi River. It's from 09, but I will admit that I mix that about 1/3 of 965 in it, and I mix that in my pouch. I need a new pouch. I always need new leather pouches. Anyway, I mix that because the Mississippi River, I don't want it, a lot of people like it, but I find it too dark. And by too dark, I mean too oriental, too much Latakia, too much Perique. It completely runs over the Virginias in there. And so I throw in that little bit of 965, and it kind of mellows out the dark flavors. And this is from 09, so this has had time to meld together, to mellow out as much as it's going to mellow out. If after 6 years it hasn't mellowed out any more than it is, it's actually at its peak. It's got lots of flavor, and if you compare this Mississippi River to a brand new can of Mississippi River, and I know some of you buy it bulk, but I've only bought it in cans. I'm not a big fan of all the bulks. I don't think they travel as well. So anyway, so I do love my Mississippi River, but when I smoke Mississippi River, I go ahead and I rub it out and I mix it in with my 965 so that I have a nice, easier blend for smoking the whole day, because you know I will be at a pipe all day. But today, the video is not about smoking, it's about snuffing. And yes, I smoke and snuff at the same time. Well, I've been doing some snuffing. I've been enjoying it again, and my friends have been enjoying it. And snuff is kind of a here in Kansas, especially, there isn't anybody that actually sells snuff over the counter. So a lot of times when I am beginning to run low, and I am down to just certain things, you know, I'm down to my big bottles, like my dental snuff and my sweet snuff, and when I get down like that, and I really like this stuff called Honeybee. So when I start getting down that far, Buster, when I start getting down to just 3 or 4 little cans left, I put in an order. And so I thought I'd show you what I order. But you guys are going to think that I'm a foo-foo snuffer, and that's fine, because I am. I like the hit that snuff gives me. I like that hit of nicotine hitting you all at once. But I don't like the aftertaste that a lot of snuffs give you, and I believe that just as in tobaccos, it's the same way it is with snuff. Some people have a higher tolerance for the nicotine and the flavors of the tobaccos in snuff, as well as in tobaccos. Some people do not like straight tobaccos. I happen to like straight tobaccos. I don't really like them cased and stuff as much as a lot of people do, but that's just my preference. And I'm not a big aromatic person, but yet when I'm vaping, I do get I don't know, I call it KY40, but I've been told that it's not KY, it's other letters, but it's more of a tobacco flavor. It's a nicotine. I use a high nicotine. Even in my big vape, I'm still running 16, and I think I'm going to take that down a little bit. I think I need to take it back down to a 12, because it's that big of a vape, from what I understand, you're really doubling it. So that means I'm running a 32, and that's too much, so I need to back it off, blah, 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 blah. I like I say, I like those flavors. I don't care much for anything other than vanillas in the vape, in the e-juices, and I try them all. The flavors are just... oh, I thought I'd like lemon custard and all this kind of stuff, and I didn't like those. And so it turns out that the ones that I like to vape is just the same way it is with smoking my pipe. I like basically the taste of the tobacco in the vape too, but that's because I think I'm associating that vape more with smoking a pipe than I do snuff. Now, snuff for me is kind of like an opposite thing. With snuff, I like the flavors. I do have some that don't have a lot of flavor, but for the most part, I'm a foo-foo snuffer, which means it's a lower nicotine and flavors. Like I say, I do use sweets, and so of course, you know, since I'm using the sweets, you know, I'm going to have a lot of different flavors. Now, when I'm just wanting to get a hit of nicotine, there's this Snuff it's just called Snuff, and I find that it has a very nice nicotine kick and stuff, but it hits me in the back of my throat, so I have to be kind of careful with Snuff. I have raspberry. Here's some of the flavors I got. Raspberry. You're going to think, oh, what a girthy girl. And it is. They're foo-foo flavors. The reason I'm showing you this is because these are going to be opening up. Some of them are already open. And if anybody would like to try some Snuff, I did send out a little bit of Snuff to people. But the Snuffs that I sent out, with the exception of, I think, the sweet, were all pretty much pretty tough. I sent out some of these. And these, although they are very nice Snuffs, they blow the back of your face off. Really. I mean, there it went. And I like that if I am wanting to do something like get up and go. One of them is very anisey, and I do not like anise. So one of these I did not care for at all. I'll have to double check and see which one it is, because I'm getting ready to open them up again so that I can start sharing them. But here's my big order. I got some of those, of course. And then you already saw that I had dental and sweet. So I got some raspberry. This is pretty good. I got some blueberry. I got some more crumbs of comfort. In those silver dollar ones, you know I like those little silver dollar ones because of the way they dispense. But I got blueberry, I got raspberry, I got vanilla, I got apricot. I got actually a couple apricots because I do like the apricot. And remember about these little Snuff things is, well, I mark it so I know where to line it up. It's just got this perfect little opening that works for putting on a nail for me and snuffing. Whoa. That was a big hit. And then there, along with all those, got blueberry. I got, like say, a couple of them. I got a French that's supposed to be pretty good. Irish toast. Now, I love the toast. I have 2 or 3 different types of toast, and I love the toast ones. This Royal George is kind of nice. It has a lot of sandalwood, actually, and this one's been open, you can tell. And the sandalwood in this is very nice. Has a nice mild flavor, but like I say, it's pretty nice. It is not, it's a little too perfumey for a lot of people, and I understand that. I understand, because me not liking a case tobacco, I understand that people do not like flavored snuffs. So I have regular snuffs too, but for the most part, my snuffs are going to be flavored. I got a Melba, peach Melba. I got rose for some of my friends. I am not fond of the rose, but some of my friends like it, and they said that if you're going to send out little samples, to go ahead and send out some of the rose too. This is rum and blackberry, which you know I'm going to like. Now, I get this stuff also that's called She. And it is it's made for women, and it is a milder snuff, very light colored and stuff. And one of the problems with people that do snuff is they'll get, you know, the crumbs on you. Well, the nice thing about this is because it's a little bit lighter color and stuff, you can almost blend it into your makeup and nobody knows. And like I said, I got a couple of the rose. But my favorite, my very favorite, and that's why it's such a big one, is Buzz. Now, Buzz is great. There are other energy, I think they call them energy snuffs, and those are great. I mean, you know, especially if you don't get a chance to do it very often, you can take a couple of hits of your snuff and you get a nice buzz. Buzz comes out with this flavor called bubblegum. And I know that doesn't sound right, does it? Bubblegum snuff, you know, a kid's flavor in a snuff. But after you do a couple of hits of this, or just a hit of this, you get the most delicious flavor out of this. It actually tastes like bubblegum in your mouth. So sometimes I do this more because I'm wanting a little something sweet. And so to eat, and rather than eat something, sometimes I will do the bubble gum, or I will do one of the flavors, especially the apricot. And I'm not saying it acts as an appetite suppressant, but it kind of does. It kind of fills in that little need for something in the middle of the day that you're wanting a little something to eat. Well, this kind of gives you the energy that you would get from something sugary, and it gives you the nice flavor. So those of you who haven't done snuff and want to do a little snuff, you just PM me, and I'll send you a couple of little tastes and stuff so that you can find out if you like the flavored ones or not. Happy, happy, joy, joy. You know I'm watching you, and you know I love to share. So don't... I got snuff.
She goes there, she leaves for me. Says she lives for me, motivation. Motivation. She goes wild and she goes down to me. So could get back there, someplace back there, smiling in the pictures you would take. Do a crystal method, and the four eyes can make me